Hey everyone, it's Ashley. It has been so stinking long since I have been able to come live to you all, and so I am super excited to just jump on today and just get ready with everybody. As you can see, I didn't do anything fancy. I'm wearing my new t-shirt, and we're just gonna get ready, okay? There is no rhyme or reason to what we are gonna do today. We are just getting ready. We are gonna have fun with each other and say hi. I'd love to know what's going on in everybody else's lives, because I feel like this last week has been utter chaos for us, and I just haven't even had a chance to even touch base with any of you, know what's going on with any of you. Sorry, I'm gonna take my watch off. Any of you have that problem where your watch band just sweats a little bit and then you're just instantly irritated by it? I have not done any prep for my face. You can probably hear the puppies in the background feeding. Hey Heather, hey Kenneth, hey Katie. The puppies are feeding right now, and so they are in the background, and they're kind of, I feel so bad for Mama. Oh my gosh. They just like go to town on her. Here, I'll show you guys if I can move my camera. My camera is conveniently propped, so let me see if I can turn it around and show you all. So there's the babies. They're feeding. And I just feel so bad for Miss Mama because they just like go to town on her. Oh my gosh. I didn't breastfeed, so almost Thursday, Katie. Katie, I can't even tell you how beyond excited I am for Thursday. Like, Mommy needs a timeout. Mommy just needs to get away. Like, I love my children. I am so happy Britton is home. Things have been going really great with Britton and having her home, but I am ready. I am ready for a mommy timeout. So as you can see, I'm actually like going full face today. Like, so usually this is the stuff that I do off camera that you don't normally see. So I'm going in with my Uology serum, which I just put on. Then I'm going to go in with my rose water and just spray that on. It kind of helps tone my face a little bit, which sucks because I did just actually flat iron my hair. Hey, Caitlin. I did just flat iron my hair, so now I'm getting it kind of wet, but you know what? We can re-flat iron. I'm not too worried about that. It's actually all these sides that are going to be the problem. Oof. Okay, we did that. We got the serum on. We got the rose water on. I'm like looking over here in my drawer of face care or skincare. So I don't forget to do any of my steps, because again, most of this is usually done off of camera, but I have a whole quiet house right now, and so I thought, you know what, we're gonna just do it. Okay folks, that's better. I can't stand having that stuff on my face. Now we're gonna go in with our day cream. Here's so thank Caitlin. We're going in with our, is this my day cream? No, this is my night cream. I'm like, that's awfully thick for a day cream. Pay attention to your colors, folks. Pay attention to your colors. Okay, yellow, like the sun, is day. All right, and I actually, since I have my fingernails on, I don't like to dip my finger in there. I know I'm kind of weird like that, so I'm just gonna dip my silicone brush in there and actually just still put it on my face or on my hands. You don't need very much. And I just kind of, oh, it feels so good. Hey Katrina, it feels so good to like get back into my normal like routine. Like, I'm not back to work yet. I go back next week, but I'm like retraining myself to like get up at 6 o'clock, do my business, get the kids up, do all that. Normally, obviously my makeup would be done before then, but I have been itching at the bit to get back to you ladies and gentlemen and go live and just talk to you and have a day where I'm just kind of like, this is my form of adult interaction. Sad, I know, right? Okay, so we've got our skin prep on, our skin care on. So it already feels so much better on my face. Now I'm gonna go in with my Glorious Touch face primer. And I use about a pea size. And this bottle, I've had this bottle since I started in October, and it's not gone yet. So that is awesome, ladies. This lasts forever. Okay, so I'm just putting on my face primer and just rubbing it kind of all over my face, getting it nice and into those uneven areas, into those fine lines, into those wrinkles, into the pores. It helps kind of acclimate to your skin and fill in all those imperfections so that your foundation goes on nice and smoothly. It stays all day and it helps you use less foundation. So while this is acclimating to my skin, it sits on for about 3 to 5 minutes before I put on my foundation so I can really get acclimated in there. I'm going to go here and actually share my video. And if you guys are jumping on, say hi. I'd love to know how your weekend went, how Easter went, if you had anything fun. I am anxious to get back to the kids in school and back to just normal life. So we are going to actually just share this post out and just kind of say hi. If you're jumping on, share, like. If you click on my face, there will be a follow button pop up in the right hand corner. Click follow so you know that every time I jump on live, you can follow me. Let's see here. Just getting this shared out to a couple different places, and you know what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and post this into my page, and then it says, yeah, sorry, for the privacy settings on this post means that you cannot share it to that page. Why? Does anybody know why? Because it's my page. It's the page that I manage. It does it to me every time, and I don't know why, and it drives me crazy. Let me get this just shared into a message really fast. I just want to shoot it out to a couple ladies, have you jump on and say, hey, I love having my friends come in and join us. This is my my way of just having communication with the outside world. Hi, Claire, how are you? So Claire, I'm finally feeling normal in my routine a little bit again. So we need to get that scheduled for our live. Just getting this sent out to a couple people here really fast, kind of jumping on. Again, if you're jumping on, say, hey, share the video. Shares are so greatly appreciated. I know if you love it, your friends will love it too. Let's see here. What else do we got going on here? Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Sarpy County Fair just posted and said that they've got some goodies coming up, and that is like in what? Almost 2 months. Thanks, Katie. Thank you for the share. Now let's see here. So it's a little bit more than 2 months. May, June, July, August, 4 months. Oh my gosh. I love the Sarpy County Fair. I look forward to the Sarpy County Fair. It's like, that is my one weekend. Hey, Katrina, got my shirt on. That's my one weekend of like playtime. Like we take the kids down. The kids have a great time. Hey, Jenny. The kids have a fun time. We go do the animal scramble. We come home with some animals that we probably don't need. And then we do, hey Taylor, we do the whole just fun weekend. And then Saturday night is Mama and Daddy's. Thank you, Katrina. I absolutely love it. It turned out exactly how I had it pictured. Thank you so much for recreating this shirt for me. Drop a comment. Drop your link below, Katrina, of what your t-shirt, your business is. I'm sorry. I feel horrible that I don't actually know the name. So just drop a post or a link below, please, for me. So my friend Katrina Brown, she made this shirt for me. I sent her a picture and I said, can you make this cuter? And she said, I sure can. She even made the glasses turquoise because that's my jam. That's my jam. Turquoise and red. Those are my colors. Hey, Heather. And then she also made me my shirt, my Nebraska Strong shirt that I wore the other day. Claire, my daughter's birthday party was amazing. It turned out perfect. It was exactly what I was hoping for her. As you know, she moved back on the 13th. And then all in that first week, we had getting her settled, her birthday, Easter, everything. And so she turned 15 on Friday, and we took a bunch of kids and we went to Cocoa Keys in Omaha, which we've done for many, many years. And it was just a blast. It was just a lot of fun. So yes, I need to start saving for the fair. Katie, correct. And the funny thing is I go on my own vacation to Unique Convention. Hey, Nancy. I go to my Unique Convention, hey Sarah, on the following weekend after Sarpy County. So it's like budget. So I'm shaking up my Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation. It is a mineral, so you want to make sure that you definitely shake it good. I also like to pull the dropper out and just kind of squeeze it out, get all that extra stuff out there and nice and shaken up. I am going to go in today with my handy dandy Kabuki brush. Now, anybody who's followed me before knows that I freaking love this brush. This brush has been a lifesaver to me. I use a lot less foundation. It goes on so much smoother. It looks super flawless. Sarah the Fair is the best. Like, literally the best. I absolutely love it. And I just marked my calendar for it. I remember one year my mom and I we went to Kenny Chesney in Kansas City, and it happened to be the same weekend as the fair, and that was a tough decision. I'm not gonna lie. Kenny won. Sorry, Kenny won. But it was a tough decision. One year I was super pregnant with Grayson. Grayson came like approximately 10 days later. So that was not my favorite year, but you know what? So right now I'm just kind of roll this extra foundation off my brush. So it literally is hardly anything on my Kabuki brush for my face. And I just kind of start with kind of placing this just all over. And I'm just lightly rolling this Kabuki brush around my face, getting it nice and just smoothed in. And I love it because look at that. I only seriously did like what, a drop and maybe a half of Mike's first year on the board. I was 5 days out from having our first, and it was super rough. Yes, exactly, Sarah. Like, how old is your son now, Sarah? Hey, Amanda. So I'm just using my Kabuki brush to run this stunning foundation all over my face. I absolutely love the Liquid Touch foundation. It is super, super lightweight. Like, I know that I say that and people are probably like, yeah, right. But every time I do my one-on-ones, everybody's completely surprised with how super, super soft, lightweight, silky it is. He's 5, he'll be 6 this year. Yeah, so I just wondered if it happened to be about the same time that I had Grayson. Grayson will be 10 this year. So yeah, and I remember thinking at the time, you know, and of course, God love everybody, because they're like, oh, you look like you could pop. Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that, but thank you. I appreciate that. Although at that point, I would have given anything to pop. I would have given anything to pop. All right. So we're still just going in with this Liquid Touch foundation. It has algae extracts that help with the actual skin, helping your skin look youthful and soft and silky. So it's actually good for your skin when you're wearing it. You're not clogging those pores. Plus we put that primer on to help seal those pores and solidify them, to help a flawless foundation go on. You don't ever have to worry about any of your makeup clogging your pores because you have your primer on. So again, I'm just going in with this Kabuki brush. It like already just feels like stunning on my face. It's been a little while, a couple days since I had makeup on, and oh, it just feels so nice to like have it back on. I already feel like semi-human. Okay, that's it. That is all I did. 2 tiny drops of our Liquid Touch foundation and this Kabuki brush, and my whole face is completely covered and completely flawless as far as coverage wise goes. Let's be honest, folks. So that is amazing right here. This duo right here is actually money saving. Okay, so now we are going to go in with our concealer. I have everything kind of hidden in my desk over here. So we are actually just kind of hiding them. So I'm actually taking my concealer and I put a little dot on my hand. Helps me kind of help concentrate where I need it to go. And then I'm going to go in with my, sorry, anybody that can hear me over here pounding around in my thing. You know, it's funny because I had the concealer brush. Do you think I can find it? Hey, look, what's this? Concealer brush. Hey, Savannah. So I'm actually going to go in with my concealer brush and I'm actually going to just put this on lightly in a downward V around my eyes, just really brightening up those eyes. I mean, yes, I have the dark bags, but ultimately I'm using a lot of this concealer to help brighten up my eyes and really make my eyes pop. And I just kind of like to just kind of fan it out into a V around my eyes. If you're jumping on, say hey. Shares are greatly, greatly appreciated. I really appreciate it. I know that if you guys love watching the videos, that your friends will too. So I really do appreciate any likes and shares that you can. Also, jump over to my Boho Boss Babe page and like my page, so you know when I'm going live. I'm just kind of accenting some of these little areas that I want to be a little bit more highlighted. And then I'm gonna go in. Can you guys all hear the puppies feeding? They're just having a gay old time over here in this feeding area. So I'm just taking my Behold setting spray. You can also use your rose water, and then I'm doing my blending bud, which needs to be washed, and dampening my blending bud. And I'm actually just gonna go in and I'm gonna lightly pat that concealer into that area. I don't want to necessarily lose the brightness and the coverage. I just want to kind of pat it in so that it's nice and blended into that foundation. So I'm not trying to sorry, I had a notification. I'm not trying to get rid of it. I'm just trying to blend it in. I'm going to take the little small end and get right up in there into my eye crease. So see how that really just brightens up my eye area, and it just kind of makes it a little bit more prominent, a little more brightened. I like to kind of brighten my T-zone area. It gives me a little bit of dimension in my face and helps me kind of create that the contouring and the highlighting that I want. Now we're going to go in with I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of my stick foundation. I actually purchased my stick foundation in satin, which is actually about 3 to 4 shades darker than my natural foundation, because, hey, you want one of those puppies? They're pretty stinking cute. I'm not going to lie. My son, Grayson, my 9-year-old, has, every day he tries to talk me into keeping another one. And I'm like, no. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my stick foundation. I grabbed it about 3 to 4 shades lighter or darker because I actually use it to contour. So one little swipe, and then I do like to kind of contour this area up here to kind of create a lower forehead, contouring it a little bit darker because I do have a really high forehead. And then I'm actually going to do just a dab right here and a dab right here to kind of thin out that nose and give myself a little bit of contouring. Now I'm going to go in with just I'm going to go in with my powder concealer brush, and I actually just kind of do light twirls, like very light twirls around in that stick foundation. Now this can actually be used as a great on-the-go item for your full face. You can definitely get this as a full foundation. It's great because it is in the stick form, so it definitely would travel well. Hey, Casey. I personally just got mine for contouring purposes, and I'm just rolling my brush around very lightly into that contouring stick, or into that foundation stick, blending it kind of into my hairline. And you can see it's already just creating like that jawline or that cheek line. And then I'd like to take a little bit of the extra that I have on my my brush and just blend it down into my chin line, give my jawline a nice definition, blending it into my neck. And then I'm actually going to go in with the small side of my powder concealer brush, and I'm actually just going to kind of lightly roll those little dots we put up there by our nose to kind of help create a nice definition around my nose line as well. Skinny out that nose a little bit. All right, see? Now look. We have bones in our face. Ah! Okay, so now I'm going to go in with our Moodstruck blusher. I'm going to add a little bit of pink to my cheeks. I am going to actually take another small blush brush. These are really pigmented, so you don't need a lot. I always suggest kind of rolling it and tapping it off, and then just kind of adding as you go. I like kind of a bolder cheek. Some people do not. But I just kind of start right there at the ball of my cheek and just roll it back up into my hairline along that jaw or along that cheekbone. And it's all in the preference of yours. I'm using Seductive, which is a little bit darker of a blush, and you can definitely go a little bit lighter. You don't need to have as dark of a blush, which is also going to help with the coloring that you prefer on your cheeks. Do you have supple blush? I don't. I have Seductive, and I have Sweet in our old formula, and then I have, I don't know what the other one is. The other one is actually in my Cash and Carry. It's not one that I actually use. And so I can't tell you what it actually is now that I'm thinking of it. Stunning. It's stunning. I feel like I just ordered a blush because I got a collection the other day and it came with the blush, and I feel like I just ordered one, and it might have been Supple, because is Supple more of the like a browner shade? I feel like I think Supple would look so great on you. Supple is my favorite. Awesome. Thank you, Amanda. I'll have to look and see which one I just ordered, because I do feel like I did just get a blush, and I'm not 100% sure what shade it was, but I did just order one. So now I'm actually going to go in with our A La Mode Touch Luminizer, and I'm going to do kind of the same thing, same brush as my my blush, tapping it off, and I'm just going to kind of lightly roll it onto the top of my cheekbone. Yeah, I think that's the one I did order, honestly, Amanda. Because I remember thinking to myself, I don't really need another pink. I already have enough pinks, so I don't really need another pink. And I remember thinking, I'll grab that one because it's not as pink. I'm just bringing that luminizer very lightly up into my T-zone, into my chin, up into my nose. Just kind of really... just kind of brightening this T-zone area and making my face just kind of glow a little bit. And now I'm actually going to, because I personally don't care for an overly dewy finish, I'm actually going to go in with my bigger powder brush and our pressed powder. And I just kind of like to just finish off my look. You can do the same thing with your... setting powder. I just personally prefer the pressed powders. And so I'm just actually going through and I'm just kind of sealing and creating a little less dewy finish on there. Okay, so now we have our base all done. Next, I like to do my brows. I am actually going to, because I'm not necessarily going for a full-fledged, like, super crazy look today, I'm actually going to go in with my Addiction palette number 1, and this is going to actually help me create my entire look today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with our clean-ish spoolie, And we're going to kind of just brush up our natural brows into their natural shape. They've kind of gotten brushed down and smashed down with our foundation and our base face. And so we're actually just going to go back in and just kind of brush those up a little bit. Mine clearly need to be cleaned up. Woof. They're a little rough. Okay, but I'm going to go in with my Brow Artist brush. I love this brush. Hey, Amy. So I absolutely love this brush. I could not complete my brows without this brush, regardless of whether I use my brow palette or I use my Addiction palette. Either way, I absolutely love this brush. So I'm going in with the angled side, and I'm actually going to use this color Forthright over here, this darker shade. And I just kind of tap my brush into it, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to naturally define. I'm going to define that natural brow line. I'm going to kind of have to look over here, so I hope that I can do this with you guys still being able to see. So we're starting at the bottom, and I just kind of like to just lightly flow right through that natural brow line. Super simple. And I'm going to do the same thing with the top. Although you will see that I don't go all the way over to the outer corner or the inner corner, and that's because that's where your brow is naturally lightest at. And so we're actually going to go in and we're actually going to make that a little bit lighter than the rest of our brow. So now I'm just taking that Forthright and I'm actually just filling in those lines that I created very smoothly, nothing super fancy. Just working it into that natural brow. And voila, that one's on. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. I hope you guys can still see this. I'm trying to do it so that I can see as well as you. All right. How was everybody's weekend? How was Easter? Did anybody have anything fun? Any funny stories from your kiddos? My kiddos got the short end of the Easter bunny stick this year. So, our Easter bunny was super tired. Our Easter bunny had a lot on its plate this year. All right, so we're actually just filling in those lines. And now I'm actually going to go, and I mentioned that these were the lighter areas. I'm actually going to go in. I'm going to use Chipper, this lighter brown shade here, with the other end of my brush, the square end of my brush. And I'm just tapping it in to my brush. And I'm going to start with that natural line where that natural brow is. And I'm hoping you guys can see. I'm just going to start here, and I'm going to actually just blend it right into that other darker area. And see how we're just kind of lightly blending the two together. Nothing super fancy. We're just blending them. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this side. I always feel so much more confident once my brows are on. Like, honestly, it's like instantly like, okay, I can tackle today because my brows are in form. It's also the one piece of my makeup look that I have tackled with forever. So we're just kind of blending that into that darker shade. Super easy. Now we're gonna go back in with our spoolie again. And I like to just kind of brush those natural brows back up again. It kind of helps put that powder, the eyeshadow, kind of into those brows a little bit more naturally, and it doesn't keep them so like pushed down. And then I'm actually gonna go back in with my cream shadow brush, and I'm just gonna actually clean up the shape of my brows. I just take this cream shadow brush and I just push it right into that natural brow line, and it just kind of helps clean them back up, and so that they're actually in brow shape. I do the same thing up on the top so that it's just keeps those brows nice and clean and in shape and solidified. Now, personally, I will say I prefer the brow palette over the Addiction palette for myself, just the way that I can work with it better. But I absolutely love the idea that the Addiction palette can be used for, Addiction palette 1, excuse me, can be used for so many different options. Like, I can just travel with this. I can take this and a couple different items, and this can be my eyeshadow, my brows, my cheeks, everything. And so that's one thing that I do absolutely love about this, is that it is a multi-use item. And that's kind of why I chose it today, because I knew that was going to necessarily be the case. So now we are going to go in with our eye primer. Hey, Shannon. Maybe, in theory, if I can find it, we're going to go in with our eye primer. I knew I saw it in here. It just wasn't wanting to come out. So we're going in with our eye primer. I'm actually going to put it... So we're just going to go in with our eye primer, and I just kind of tap it. I use a very, very small little bit, and I just tap it on my eyelids. I also like to put the eye primer on my lips prior to my lip product. If I'm going to do like a lipstick, I'm not going to today, but I can still just put one on a little bit and just tap it on there. Nothing super fancy. I absolutely love the eye primer because it's a little bit different consistency than the face primer. And it works a little bit better to help get my lipsticks to stay on, definitely for my eyeshadow. So again, we're going to go in with our Addiction primer, or Addiction palette 1. I am going to use just a normal crease brush. And I'm going to go in with, let's go in with Chipper. Let's go in with Chipper. It's a little bit lighter. It's not as dark as Forthright, and we're just kind of doing a basic little look today. So I'm actually going to just take this and I'm going to very lightly twirl it right into that crease line of my eye. Back and forth. I kind of start with that outer corner, as you can see, and work it towards the inner area because I like my inner area to be a little bit lighter than I do my outer area, excuse me. So we're just rolling it back and forth, and you can see that it just goes on really nice and really smoothly. Again, we're using Chipper, and we're going to go on the outside again, and we're going to just kind of roll it back and forth into that crease line. If you're just jumping on, say hey. Shares are greatly appreciated. I absolutely love them. If you love it, your friends are going to love it too, I'm sure. If you click on my face, a tab will pop up and you can click to say follow, and then that way you will get notifications every time I jump on live. You can also jump over and like my business page, Boho Boss Babe page. I share tips and tricks and lots of specials and deals over there. So I truly appreciate all of your support. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and add in this. We're just doing Chipper kind of in that crease line. Okay, now we're gonna go in with a little bit of the, I think I'm actually gonna do Swanky today. It's a little bit darker, brassy color. That's just kind of the shade that I prefer. I'm gonna go in with my fluffy crease brush, and I'm just gonna kind of put it on my lid and brushing it across that lid area. I personally love this palette because it has so many different options. You can go light, you can go dark, you can do your brows, you can do your cheeks. You can do it all, folks. I'm doing this in my phone. I should probably look over at my mirror and see what it's actually looking like. Okay, now we're gonna go in with, you know what, I'm gonna add a little bit of that Forthright. Just gonna take a smaller brush here. I actually think I'm gonna take this Zealous, this darker shade. Just tap my brush in here. And we're just gonna kind of put it right here in this corner and just really darken up this corner a little bit. Give it a really nice, just smoky eye. Turns out my iTunes is obviously still playing because I just got a notification that it's changing songs. Oops. Oh well. Really darkening up that corner. Okay, now we are going to go in with another small brush, tiny brush, and I'm actually going to go in with this Elated color, the very, very pale color, because I'm going to actually go in and I'm going to actually bring it up here at this brow line and just really kind of blend it down into that darker shade that we put on first, because it's going to really just kind of blend that and create and help create not such a harsh line. So we don't necessarily want a harsh transition line between shades and going up into that brow. So now we're going to go in with, I like to take my kabuki brush and I actually just kind of rub it lightly, kind of up and away from that inner corner area or outer corner area. It helps kind of create a fresher look on that foundation or on that eyeshadow. I know there are some of girls that I watch that like to do their eyeshadow first. I personally have never got into that habit, but it is definitely, I can definitely see why you guys do that. So now I'm just going to go on with my clean blending brush, and I'm actually just going to kind of roll it around my entire eyelid. Not overly heavy, not overly harsh. It just kind of helps blend all of those shades together. And again, it was just a clean blending brush. It just kind of helps create a more blended look and not just necessarily a harsh line. Because we are going super fun today, let's do a fun color for our eyes. You know what? I just got Primal in our lip liner, but since I've got my red and got my Keep Calm, my red fingernails, we're gonna do red eyeliner today. Yes, we are, folks. Okay, so we're going in with Primal lip liner on our eyes to complete our eye look. So I just kind of go right here at the base of my eyelid, right where my eyelashes start. I love to having the ability to take my makeup and mess with it, to know that there are no rhyme or reason to any of this, that you can use a lip liner on your eyeliner and it's okay. It's okay, right? Hey, Lindsay. So we're using our bright red lip liner as an eyeliner. Just going right there at the line of my eyelid where my lashes and my lid start, and I'm just kind of rolling this lip liner on my eyes, my eyeliner. Ah, already love it. Literally already obsessed. I see red eyeliner in the future for Husker game days. Amy, yes. You know, it's super funny because even through beauty school, like I always just grabbed my eyelashes to keep my eyeliner or keep my eyelid taut. It's crazy. It is not for everybody, but that is the only way I can do my eyeliner. So I'm sorry. I remember even in beauty school, I was the weird one that always grabbed my eyeliner or my eyelashes. All right, now I just gotta find my mascara in here. Again, I just moved my desk around, and so I've got all this stuff kind of starting to try to get used to what I'm doing. So I'm actually gonna go in with my Black Epic mascara. I'm very excited. And I just do kind of a light dusting on the top of my lashes. just like that. And I do the same thing on this eye. I actually like the idea. Well, I'm glad that I shared a tip with you on Tuesday. To me, it's the easiest way to get a tight line eyeliner without like smudging up my makeup, because you know some people will pull their eye taunt like this out on this side, and then to me I feel like I have a finger line. So I just pull out my eyelashes. I mean, not hard by any means. I'm not like pulling my eyelashes out of my eye by any means, and I'm not really even pulling my eyelid out that far, really. Oh, my contact just decided it wanted to not go in my eye. Okay, so we're just going in with a light coat of the Epic onto the entire lash, root to tip, and we do the same thing on both sides. I kind of like to do it a little bit slower when I go root to tip, because then I push up my eyelash and it kind of gives me a little bit extra volume. It gives me a little bit extra curl as I naturally pull that lash kind of up and into place. Okay, so that's one coat of Epic. Hey, Miranda. One coat of Epic. I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to do another one. I like to kind of just do the ends, the tips, bring them a little bit more, like I said, back up into that curl position, kind of hold them a little bit, gives it a little bit more dimension. And voila. What are you guys thinking of the red liner? I kind of love it. I do see some Husker Game Days coming with this liner for sure. Or you could even take the liner and put a nice little N on your cheek. Wouldn't that be so cute? Oh my goodness. All right, so now I'm just tapping these bottom lashes. I don't put a lot of mascara on my bottom lashes because our Epic does create volume and create length. I don't necessarily want super spidery lashes on the bottom. I do want that black to be down there, but I don't want them necessarily to be defined too much. So I just tap my bottom lashes with the Epic. So, you know what? You guys are gonna see my booty for a second because I want to grab my lip bonbon I'm going to use for today. I carry my bonbons with me in my purse because who doesn't have chapstick pretty much everywhere you go, correct? I'm not wrong. So I currently have raspberry cheesecake, which is actually a really pale pink. I absolutely love this. And these are lightly pigmented. So when you see that pink, don't think that, oh my gosh, it's going to be like Barbie pink. It's not. It's not Barbie pink at all. It's very pretty. But today, because we went with the red liner, I'm actually going to go with my red bonbon, which is actually called Chocolate Truffle. It's actually technically a coral red, but I absolutely love the shade that it gives me. So I am going to actually clean off my lip with one of our cleansing wipes. Just kind of get some of that foundation off of it. And I'm going to put that back in. I'm definitely going to use that tonight. We don't waste product. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Chocolate Truffle Bonbon Chapstick type stuff. It's lightly tinted. Perfect. I love that it gives me that tint because it makes my completed look finished, but it's actually just a chapstick. And so the nice thing about it is I'm getting that healing purpose as well, and that hydration and that healing without actually having a lipstick on, but it's completing my entire look, and I absolutely love that ability. So now we just remove the headband. and we fluff up this mess that we have going on. And voila, we're ready for the day. I absolutely love the look we chose for today. So we did Addiction Palette 1, and we did it for our eyes and our eyebrows. So it is multi-purpose. I love that item. We used the Primal Lip Liner in red for our eyeliner. Love that it gives me that little itty bitty pop of color. I love that. And then I finished it off with our Chocolate Truffle Bonbon, which kind of ties the two reds in together. So thank you so much for joining me today. I know today was not a normal live day, but I was itching at the bit to get back to you all. So thank you so much for jumping on. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for all of your support so far. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.